Recently, the Squid Game became the most popular TV series in Netflix history. The series premiered on Netflix on September 17, 2021. The Squid Game is a South Korean survival, action-adventure, thriller and drama series. All 9 episodes were directed and written by Hwang Dong Hyuk. The series tells the story of a group of people who, out of need for money, accept an invitation to participate in a secret survival tournament with a final prize of 45.6 billion won. Hwang Dong Hyuk came up with the main idea for the series based on his own financial problems in his youth, as well as class inequality in South Korea. The script was written back in 2008. But Hwang couldn't find a producer to develop the project until Netflix took an interest in him in 2019. The series received mostly positive reviews. Critics praised the acting, the originality of the idea, the visual style, music and theme. Since its premiere, Squid Game has topped the list of the most watched Netflix series in 90 countries, including the United States and the United Kingdom. The plot of the series is based on Korean children's games. Hwang sneers at how a children's game, where competition is not very important, turns into an extreme competition where people's lives are at stake. The Squid Game, popular in South Korea in the 1970s and 1980s, was chosen as the key game. Hwang considered the Squid Game the most physically aggressive child's game that he played as a child, and as a child he loved it the most, and also called it the most symbolic game that reflects today's competitive society. Hwang wrote the scripts for all the episodes himself. It took 6 months to create only the first 2 episodes, after which he reached out to friends for clues from their answers to improve the plot. The director also admitted that the development of the series was physically and mentally exhausting, and mentioned that during the creation of the first season, he lost 6 teeth. Hwang said that he is not going to write a sequel to the Squid Game in the near future, since he does not have a well-developed plan to continue the story, but if he does write it, he definitely will not act alone and will attract experienced screenwriters to cooperate and directors. In South Korea, the popularity of the Squid Game prompted SK Broadband to sue Netflix in Seoul to pay for the costs of increased network traffic and maintenance work. For example, SK's Netflix traffic grew 24x between May 2018 and September 2021, thanks to the success of several Korean Netflix series, including The Squid Game and Deserter Hunters. Interestingly, the creators did not make a loud commercial for the series. He became popular thanks to the audience. TikTok users started filming a video based on the series, and so the whole world learned about it. The Squid Game shows the phone number that the characters used to contact the game organizers. It turned out to be a real number, which has been used by a resident of the city of Songju for more than 10 years, and where fans of the series are now calling en masse. So, he received 10,000 calls a day. It turns out that initially the heroes of the game had clues before each test. Thus, 456 participants lived in one room, filled with bunk beds. When the players dropped out, the extra beds were removed. Then the images on the walls became visible, which were clues. However, neither the players nor the majority of spectators saw them. The series marks the acting debut of 27-year-old South Korean model Hyo Yeon-young. 3 weeks after the release of the series, almost 19 million followers have subscribed to her on Instagram. There is chaos in many schools because of the show. According to teachers, primary school students play a game during recess and beat the losers brutally. In particular, schools in the UK require children to be banned from watching this series. A doll from the first series of Squid Game scares people in the Philippines. So, it was installed near the pedestrian crossing of one of the shopping centers. While the traffic light is green, the doll stands with its back to the passage and hums its eerie song, and when it is red, it turns to passers-by and begins to drive with red eyes.